So over the past year, I have made quite a number of videos on Vitali. I mean, I even have a whole playlist about him, and not to brag, but I was the first person to be calling him out when he made his comeback. Everyone saw him trying to catch pedophiles and were like, this is the kind of streamers we need. And I'm like, hold up. Do you even know what the word catch means? I don't think in any dictionary in any part of the world has the definition of catch be have Lil Pump perform for you, shave someone's head, make them eat a hot chip, which if you guys have seen my previous videos, you would know that Vitali thinks a hot chip is the worst punishment a person trying to meet up with a minor can endure. Forget jail. The hot chip challenge is where it's at, baby! Now every time that guy tries to meet up with a minor, he's gonna be thinking about how spicy that chip he ate was that one time that wasn't even that bad. After seeing how viral these clips were going, he decided that this is what he was going to do from now on, regardless if he gets anyone arrested. And so Kick actually gave him money to fund these catches, only for that to be a complete failure and waste of money. The reason that happened was because he prioritized having celebrity guests over actually catching predators, sometimes having the guest be the main focus of what's going on rather than the predator they were trying to catch. And yes, I know he did get some arrested, but to this day he has not gone to court once for any of the predators he has gotten arrested. And not even that, he's being sued for faking his catches using Uber drivers that can't even speak English, meaning that we don't know how many actual predators were caught, or even if the people that were caught were actual predators. Something else he tried to do was stream at the border to try and catch people crossing, but when he only saw people waiting to be picked up like how the government said they're supposed to, he then proceeded to make them eat a hot chip, not realizing that a hot chip to a fucking Mexican that doesn't even speak English is like a regular chip. Vitali thought he could give a Mexican something spicy and they would freak out. That's like going spice for spice with an Indian. You're losing round one. But after failing at that, he went back to predator catching, which brings us back to him faking that, leaving him with 2 lawsuits being filed against him, which I also went over. He then took a little hiatus and went to Russia, only to come back and do the same exact thing, this time with a few popular streamers, but the views weren't there. After Kick told him he can't physically assault these people, which is like common sense, the effort he put into these catches was basically non-existent. At times being so frustrated, he would just let the predator leave so he can throw his little tantrum.
Fucking production, everyone's fucking fired. We spent fucking $2 million on this for this garbage Taylor Swift concert. Taylor my fucking dick. Fuck everybody. Whoever needs to stay here, I'm taking over. I'm sorry I killed. I'm sorry fucking steak. I'm gonna promise you, I'm gonna deliver you the best fucking show ever. Come here, you fucking pedophile. You're coming with me.
Realizing that he was losing money doing these catches, he switched over to gambling. And looking back at it now, he was probably going crazy, spending hours, losing all his money just so he can wake up and do it all again the next day, that the old him was probably talking to him in his dreams like the fucking Green Goblin mask. And unfortunately for him, he was arrested as a result of that. Now, we've all seen the video of him inside the courthouse being made an example of, and what most people, even Vitali, don't realize is that this realistically could be the end of Vitali. Now, I know me and many others have said that over and over, but that was under the assumption that our legal system worked in an orderly fashion. In hindsight, that was dumb of us even just to assume. But when you look back at all the factors that go into what Vitali did, he will be in his 40s by the time he is released and then deported back to Russia, who's most likely not just going to let him go back to America and start a streaming career again. At 40. So for starters, the Secretary of Justice said that he is getting no special treatment, and while his crimes do carry a light sentence, he could be waiting longer to know if he's actually going to jail than however long he goes to jail for.
He will not get special treatment. No air conditioner. No air conditioner. He is inside prison while his hearing is ongoing. And I think, and he debates whether it's civil or criminal, it really doesn't matter. But he says, regardless of civil or criminal, it will be 2 to 3 years until his hearing is done. That's not sentencing, that's the trial.
So as you just heard with your one good ear, before he even gets told what his punishment is, he is going to spend at most 3 years in jail. And I guess because it's so goddamn humid over there, one of the things that's mentioned is that Vitali won't get a fan as part of his no special treatment rules. Which you might not think is much, but if you have to let people know that you're not getting something that wouldn't even seem like a problem in our jails, oh, so you want to take my fan? Yeah, sure, go ahead, but don't ask why one of the blades is missing and why you're not going to go home later tonight. You think I want a fan? Get the fresh breeze. I'm killing you later though. But if you look up the penalty or jail time someone gets for all of what he did, to have him wait 2 years is hilarious. So he's charged with unjust vexation, which basically means that he was so annoying that they had to arrest him, alarm and scandal, which is another way of saying disturbing the peace, and attempted theft. Now that first charge carries a sentence of just 1 to 30 days in jail, and considering what he did, we'll just go ahead and say he's getting that full 30 days. The same thing goes for the second charge, alarm and scandal. It is a sentence of 1 to 30 days. So now he's at 3 years and 2 months. But for his last charge, this is where the time is going to add up. So it is attempted theft, and that could be for a number of things. Like I mentioned before, it could be for the fan he took, the hats he stole off the police, the motorcycle he pretended to steal, even the mask he tried on and then walked away with. But like imagine you try and do that shit here, try to get on a cop's motorcycle or get in their car, let alone even move it, 6 in the back. Without a warning. Like, I don't care who you are or where you are. Police are police. And yes, some are more corrupt than others and some are nicer. But regardless of where you are, you're going to get treated more harshly if your crimes involve you interfering with the police in any way. Vitali is going to be at least 36 by the time they even decide what to do with him. And then remember, he is being deported after this. He's used to getting out and then being like, hey, you can't stop the V-Dog. You can't keep the V-Dog down. But it's not going to be for some time. So according to Andrew over there at Legal Mindset, even after you get told that you are going to get deported to wherever, they can still hold you for no less than 3 months after that for whatever reason.
Under Section 94, the order of deportation shall be enforced immediately, but in no case shall exceed 3 months from the date it has become final and executive. So right now, what's happening is he is waiting for an order of deportation. He hasn't received one. And apparently, just even receiving one can take a while. They can make you sit in there and wait. Somebody in the comments said they know somebody who's been waiting 2 years.
So now that's a minimum of 5 years and 2 months before they even confirm they want to get rid of him. He is going to be 39 years old before he gets sent back to Russia. Now, call me crazy, but there aren't many 40-year-olds making a streaming comeback, especially with the kind of content he was putting out. And it's not like he made his impression on the streaming community to where he's going to be remembered forever. If you ask anyone who pays attention to streaming to name you their top 50 streamers, Vitali wouldn't even make the top 100. Probably if you were the ages 13 to 18, but even that's cutting it. But yeah, guys, just for the record books, for the record keepers, I was the first one to call out Vitali for half-assing his predator catches, and I've since never said a good thing about him. And boy, has that mentality aged like the finest wine you've ever drank. I'm gonna crack this bitch open and get a taste of what winners think like. Until tomorrow, and then no video Saturday because of the big UFC, baby. And then next week, I'm gonna be at my brother's and have to take care of his dogs. I'll still try to upload a video, but I'll figure that out when it gets to Monday. Peace.